A very intense end to the 2022 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season. Zane Smith is the defending champion after being second fiddle way too many times. Camping World has left the series, and Craftsman comes back since 2008. Let's have a look at the 2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series teams, starting with our defending champions. The team to beat are Front Row Motorsports, who has not changed its lineup after a very successful season with them winning the Owners and Drivers Championship. The 38 Ford of 2022 champion Zane Smith will return to try and defend his title. The new top team in Ford is ThorSport Racing, who switches from Toyota to Ford for the 2023 season, and it might be because of one of their drivers and adding one returning truck into the team with one part-time truck. In the 13 is former DGR driver Haley Deegan. The part-time 66 will be driven by ARCA driver Connor Jones for 9 races, the 88 of 3-time champion Matt Crafton, the 98 of Ty Majeski, who almost got his first championship last year, but a late spin threw it away, and the 99 of 2021 champion Ben Rhodes. Kyle Busch Motorsports has now defected to Chevy after team owner Kyle Busch left to join RCR in the Cup Series and has a new driver lineup. The number 4 will be driven by former Hattori Racing Enterprises driver Chase Purdy, while the 51 has former GMS driver Jack Wood, who would do 10 races, and the boss man Kyle Busch, who would do 5 races. More drivers will be announced to drive the 51 truck. A down year for Hallamar Friesen Racing, but a win for the driver of the 52 Toyota, Canadian Stuart Friesen, did save the team's season a bit at Texas, but was eliminated in the round of 8. The 62 will also return, with Friesen's wife Jessica Friesen returning for the Bristol Dirt. Hopefully Fox can capture her flipping if she does. And young prospect Lane Riggs will return for unknown number of races. Team DGR, now called Tricon Garage, will be a new Toyota team, even though DGR was a Toyota team when they started in the truck series. The lineup consists of the one of truck veteran the American Jason A. White for the season opener, ARCA Venturini driver Jesse Love for 3 races, and ARCA JGR driver William Salich with 6 races. It will be a part-time truck. The 5 of former Nice driver Dean Thompson, the 11 of former KBM driver Corey Heim, who was the Rookie of the Year winner last season, the 15 of former DGR driver Tanner Gray, and the 17 of former DGR driver Taylor Gray. JGR Xfinity driver Sammy Smith to race at Daytona, while other drivers would do Las Vegas and Atlanta, as Taylor will turn 18 until the 4th race at COTA. A very lackluster year for Nice Motorsports in 2022, and are once again looking for a championship this season with their drivers and a downscale to 3 trucks this season. In the 41 truck will be Nitro Rallycross driver Travis Pastrana for the season opener, Trackhouse driver Ross Chastain, JD Motorsports driver Bailey Curry, and Chad Chastain for an unknown amount of races. In the 42 is Carson Hocevar, who is still looking for his first win, and in the 45 is returning into the team Lois Allen, who is still looking for his first top 10 in his truck series career. A decent year for GMS Racing, who has expanded to a 3-truck team, adding the 43 from Rian Brothers Racing. The driver lineup has the 23 of IRP winner from last year, Grant Finger, 24 of former ARCA driver for Rev Racing and making some truck series starts for Spire Roger Caruth, and the 43 of former ARCA driver for GMS Daniel Dye. No balls will be kicked this season, hopefully. Another team which was decent was McAnally Hillman Racing, who will have 2 trucks for the season, downscaling from 3. The Chevy driver lineup includes the 19 of former ThorSport driver Christian Eckes, and the 35 of rookie Jake Garcia, who started some races in 2021. While Hendrick driver Chase Elliott will do the season opener at Daytona until Garcia turns 18, which will be at the 2nd race at Las Vegas. From playoff team to being outside of the playoffs, Hattori Racing Enterprises will once again have 2 trucks in the team, 1 full-time, 1 part-time. The 16 will be Tyler Ankrum, who returns to the team, while the now part-time 61 truck, no driver has been announced. A high year for Rackley Wall, who will return after a successful season last year, with a win at Daytona with the current driver of the 25 Chevy, Matt Benedetto. The team is looking to make a run into the playoffs. The little team that won was Henderson Motorsports, which won't change anything for the 2023 season. The 75 Toyota will be driven by current full-time Xfinity driver and NBC reporter Parker Kligerman, who will do 11 races for the team. An extremely quiet year for Young's Motorsports, as the team will be looking for a good 2023 season. In the 02 Chevy, returning into the team is former Nice Motorsports driver Chris Wright, the 12 of returning Spencer Boyd, and in the part-time 20 truck is former McAnally Hillman Racing driver Derek Krause, who will do the season opener at Daytona. A good season for Hill Motorsports as a full-time truck team, but the team will downscale to one truck effort for the season. In the 56 Toyota is the brothers duo of Timmy Hill and Tyler Hill, with an unknown number of races between them. From possible playoff contender to being outside of the top 20 in owners, AM Racing will return as a one-truck team full-time with a second part-time truck. Driving the 22 Ford is Josh Ream for the season opener. The rest will be announced on a later date. While ARCA driver for AM Racing, Christian Rose, will do an unknown amount of races in an unknown number. A quite good season for On Point Motorsports, but the team will scale back the schedule as the team will now become a part-time team for the season. In the 33 Toyota truck is former JD Motorsports driver Ryan Vargas, who will do 7 races for the team starting at the 3rd race at Atlanta. Chris Hacker will also do some races for the team, but we don't know of how many races he'll be doing exactly. A win to start your Truck Series team for Spy Motorsports is exactly what the team wanted. The Chevy team will return to the Truck Series as a part-time truck with multiple drivers. In the 7 Chevy truck is current Spire driver in the Cup Series Corey LaJoie for 2 races, expecting more to be announced on a later date. A year to forget for CR7 Motorsports that they didn't qualify for one race, which was the Martinsville race. But the Chevy team will have a new driver in the 9 truck. Former McNally Human Racing driver Colby Howard will compete full-time for the team, while team owner Cody Rolborough will attempt to qualify for the season opener in the 97 truck. Lingering in the back are Ryan Brothers Racing, who will switch to Ford for the full season with their 2 trucks. In the 33 full-time is former DGM driver in the Xfinity Series Mason Massey, while in the returning 34 truck is Canadian Jason M. White for the season opener. Expect more to be announced on a later date. A couple of good moments for Brent Holmes Racing as the team will compete full-time in the Truck Series for the first time. Driving the 32 Chevy is team owner Brent Holmes, who will compete for the Rookie of the Year honors this season. Maybe the biggest meme team, G2G Racing, returns to the series for a part-time schedule for one truck and a full-time truck with another. Driving the full-time 46 Toyota is Truck Series veteran and fan favorite Norm Benning for Daytona, BJ McLeod for 2 races, and Memphis Villarreal for 7 races. While in the part-time 47 Toyota is current JD Motorsports driver Brendan Poole for 2 races, ARCA veteran Dale Quadley for 1 race at Coda, and Travis McCall will do 1 race, but the number is unknown. Expect more drivers to be announced for this team. Only competing 1 race, Cook Racing Technologies will continue to go part-time in the season, starting with Daytona, and possibly more races for the team. Truck Series regular Clay Greenfield will continue to drive the 84 Toyota for the team. A team which only competes in Daytona, FDNY Racing will return to Daytona for the 2023 season. Driver of the 28 Chevy, Brian Dalzad, will return to the team for the 7th year straight. From full-time to part-time is Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing, who will return to the Truck Series for 1 race at Daytona. Team owner Jennifer Jo Cobb will return to the Chevy 10 truck for Daytona and possibly more races this year. Now for the new teams, or teams who couldn't compete last season due to not qualifying. From finishing an impressive 3rd place at Daytona in 2021 to not competing in 1 race last year, Roper Racing will have a new driver who is not team owner Corey Roper. Driver of the 04 Ford is former On Point Motorsports driver Caden Honeycutt, who will compete in the first 6 races of the season. A team which will try and start the season is Terry Carroll Motorsports, with returning driver Justin Carroll driving the 19th Chevy for the team, who failed to qualify in all 5 races they tried to qualify. An ARCA team which will be upgrading to the Truck Series, Rev Racing is one of the top teams in the ARCA series, and with their driver of the 2 Chevy truck Nick Sanchez coming in as the driver for the team. Sanchez will be competing for Rookie of the Year honors against Taylor Gray, Jake Garcia, Roger Carruth, Daniel Dye, and Brent Holmes. Finally, Peck Motorsports tried to qualify for 2 races in 2021 but wasn't fast enough to qualify, but the team will return for the season opener in a Toyota for the first time. In the 96 is team owner Todd Peck, who last competed in the Truck Series in 2021 for Cram Racing Enterprises. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one, and like and subscribe, it will really help me. Goodbye.